There we go, friends. Okay, so she's getting ready to hop on here in just a second. If you're new, I just want to say welcome. Happy Thursday. We're here typically every Thursday, other than, sometimes, well, if my seminar division's ever at something, sometimes I don't. Um, Facebook lunch, it literally is called Lunch and Learn, Tony, and it's a picture of Mary Kay Ash, like an Applause magazine from back in the day, and she's in a beautiful red dress. Um, so it's kind of vintage looking. So you can all be part of that. The biggest thing I would tell you is I know a lot of people have been sending their consultants and stuff. If my office, there is no like they have to have any secret code or anything, where it has all the questions. But if she does not recognize that they're a Mary Kay consultant, like if you've had people, I had a gal reach out, she said, my consultant's been trying to get on there, but all that she wasn't part of any common group and it didn't say Mary Kay on her thing. And so she didn't accept her. So if you have people going there, make sure maybe in their Facebook group, they have, something on there that says what they do along with what they also do. Maybe put Mary Kay, because me and them might not have any groups in common, right? Which could be normal if they're in a different division or something. But if she doesn't see Mary Kay, because we've had some crazy things happen. So she just doesn't. So if you've had issues with that, just have them try again or message me or whatever. But also you can find all the recordings on YouTube and it's just my name right there. And you can see all the past years. The only thing I use is a disclaimer. We've been doing this a while now, right? It's taken over the Mary Kay world. It's even international. Some people, we record them and they translate it and they send it everywhere. It's really just a go give. It's for consultants all the way to nationals. We have speakers from all different divisions. So if you ever have someone that you would like me to have speak or train, please feel free to share. I will locate them because sometimes, I love it. I don't like Tiffany. I've never met Tiffany before. A friend of a friend referred. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I love this lady. It's going to be amazing. So I love the connection. But the other part to that is, with that being said, if you need it, so like if someone talked about a handout or something from a year ago, sweet baby Jesus, I will not find that for you. I'm sorry about it. So you don't have to message them directly or Google, I don't know. But anything current, like anything in the probably, I don't know, I've had that lunch and learn group. What do y'all think? Probably 3 months now on Facebook. So anything that someone gives me, scripts or pamphlets or anything from the point since the Facebook group was created, I am putting on there the recording and whatever they send me. So if you heard something like, oh, I need to go back, it's on that Facebook group. So just know that. And like I said, you're welcome to share with everybody. But we're going to get started on our Thursday lunch hour out the gate in June. We are all excited. I'm sure dry shampoo and dinner is very questionable in June, and we have big goals. And thank you, Mary Kay, for the amazing gift they gave all of us to wrap up big. And we have the amazing Tiffany. I am so excited to have her. One of the gals that someone asked me to have speak said, oh my God, Jenny, you got to reach out to Tiffany. One, you're going to love her. Two, there is no one on the planet that has energy quite like Tiffany. I said, great. I'm excited about that. She goes, no, it's the most powerful thing. So Tiffany, you come so highly recommended. I just deeply appreciate you because this truly is a go give thing. You didn't have to do this. Especially if you're new, if you're new to the group, if you haven't ever been on it and she didn't hesitate. She said, I absolutely will do it. I'm here. And so thank you from the bottom of my heart for being the epitome of what Mary Kay asked us to be as leaders and to pour into everybody in the Mary Kay world. Because girl, this goes everywhere. And so I'm going to spotlight you if that doesn't bother you.
No, not at all.
Okay. If you don't want to be spotlighted, just so you all know, you can go back up to the view and you can click it to look differently. So, yes. Oh, Sandy put in there, sorry, it's called Lunch and Learns is the name of the Facebook group. And yes, Christine Jesse's was on there last year and it was amazing. So Tiffany, thank you again for taking over, and look how fun your hair is.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
I'm
gonna let you take over, friend.
Okay, awesome. So this is my first time. And then of course, like I'm such a high eye, y'all, that I totally forgot about this. So just know you can be as real gets. And this girl is definitely like Tina Francis. I'm so high up and I'm almost a J. That's me. So my name is Tiffany Malt. Oh my gosh, I guess just a little bit about my eye story. I'm married, no children. I live in Seabrook, Texas, which is south of Houston. I live down by the water. I've been building my business with Mary Kay for over 17 years, and I've been a director. Actually, this month in June, we celebrated 14 years as a unit. And we have earned 9 free cars with Mary Kay, 3 of them being the beautiful pink Cadillac. And such a bummer right now because my beautiful pink Cadillac, I got hit 2 months ago from behind on the freeway going to Dallas Career Conference, and my car is still in the shop, and it's been over 2 months, and the muffler is still on back order. And so I'm driving a rental, and let me just tell you, it is not cool to not have your car for over 2 months. And I don't even know when it's going to be ready. I just know that we're Ruby division and it needs to be ready before August because I'm not driving to Dallas in a rental. And my rental plates say Idaho. And I'm like, great. Some guy asked the other day, are you from Idaho? I'm like, nope. And so before Mary Kay, though, I was extremely busy and broke. And I don't believe those two words live in the same house with how you're so busy, but you're so broke. And one day this lady walked into my restaurant, and at the time, I was in college. I studied biology and chemistry. I taught aerobics twice a week. I was in a sorority, and I was waiting tables. And so there are girls out there like me that are super busy. And guess what? We just add one more thing in because that's who we are. We love to be busy. And I love it. So this lady one day walked into my restaurant, sat at my table, and at the end of the meal just said, hey, Tiffany, can I ask you a question? And I said, sure. And she goes, have you ever tried Mary Kay? And I was like, I don't know anything about it. And she goes, well, do you want to come get a free facial? She goes, I'm the guest speaker. And I said, sure. And so these 2 women were in like matching suits and all these pins. And I was like, sure, I'll come. So I grabbed a friend, we went. And I remember that night sitting in front of that tray, trying all the products. And then I just remember listening to those women at the end talk about the money they made and the cars they drove. And I went, man, y'all make a lot of money selling lip gloss. I'm in a sorority with 80 chicks that wear this. So I think this might be kind of simple. And really what came from that decision of joining Mary Kay with some consistent effort over time, I became successful. And that's what I love about Mary Kay. And, I think Jenny was just saying share, and I love Jenny Simmons, who referred me. So she is truly the sweetest person on face of the earth and very brilliant in her own right. And so I'm honored that, I got asked to talk. And so I will tell y'all my favorite thing about Mary Kay is sharing the opportunity. I've loved recruiting since the day I can remember. I literally, like my first month in Mary Kay, I recruited 3 people. And I don't know how many consultants or directors or whatever on this, but if you're a consultant and you struggle with team building, it's like, just don't ever give up because it's all about numbers. And I remember I was so frustrated in the beginning with team building because I get all these people and then they did nothing. And I'm like, you have to get all these people to sign up. You have to do all this. And I had such a negative, bad attitude about it. And my director would always go, well, Tiff, if say you had 10 on your team right now and you have the 3 people that aren't doing anything, but you have 7 that are, well, would that be different? And I'm like, well, yeah. And she goes, well, just go get more people. And then obviously that turned into getting more people. And my desire really has always been to be the queen of sharing. And I just have gotten really good with overcoming objections, making my parties fun. I do a marketing bag. For any of y'all that don't know what that is, it's just a miracle set bag with lots of trinkets in it. I should have brought it. It's outside in the car because I had did a facial this morning, and it just has trinkets from a clapper to a lei to the car to dice to a ruler to Applause magazine, a star brochure, the ring chair that we get our diamonds, like just all the trinkets that would explain our business opportunity. And so I definitely go through that at every appointment, whether it's one single person or it's a big party. I'm going to definitely share about the opportunity because I know that Mary Kay said that's our number one job. And so I really didn't do much in my first couple of years. I played around, and then, I still recruited and stuff. And then come like 2009, I became a director and earned my first car. And still as a director, I was still trying to find my footing and becoming a director and, becoming not the big fish and the little fish in the big pond, because when you're a consultant, I was like double queen. I was always everything. And I'm very driven on price and recognition. Like the money and the cars we get is awesome, but just give me a trinket and tell me I'm awesome and I will work my little tushy off. That's who I am. Give me a prize and a microphone. And, so my first year ever to do a court was I really wanted to earn a diamond bumblebee. And so I knew that I've always loved recruiting. I've always loved sharing the opportunity. And if I just do enough of it, I will do this. So I just set a goal out to do, to get a gold medal every single month, which is 5 people signing in 1 month. That's all my focus was. And that year between 2012 and 2013, was my first year to ever do the court of sharing. First year I'd ever done any courts. And it was my first year, and I was actually in the top 10. I was number 5. in the Pearl division in 2013 for the Court of Sharing. And it was like most amazing thing ever and amazing. And I literally was gold medaling and double gold medaling all year. It was just so amazing how many people got enrolled with the goal and wanted to help me, and just overcoming objections and learning how to just dig deeper in the conversation. And so this past year in 2022, 21 to 22, I started to rev that goal up again. And I really always wanted to be the queen. And I did not hit queen, but I was the first runner up in the Ruby division for the Court of Sharing. And it was amazing. Like, thank you. It was amazing. I was like the most awesome. I mean, my national is Emeritus Cindy Williams. And so we had matching dresses. We were bouncing on stage together, and y'all know how she is. She's like, I'm like a mini version of her. And, but it was just amazing. And it was amazing how people just enrolled in that goal. And I will tell y'all the things about, sharing the opportunity is to always tell everyone, because you never know. Because I actually think about myself when I was all those years ago and I didn't know anything about Mary Kay. And I was 30 years old when Kyla walked into Saltgrass, and I didn't know anything about it. And so when you really think about where I was, how busy I was, she did not know that I was going to become a Pink Cadillac sales director. But thank the good Lord that she told me, because if you don't tell anybody, how are they going to know? Like, she did not know what I was needing. Like we always say, we find a need and we fill it, right? And that's our job. And the sharing side of this opportunity is what does it. I mean, the skincare helps people's skin and makes them look beautiful, but somebody out there is searching for something else. Because I'll be honest, I wasn't really impressed with the products. I used another line and I was very loyal. So I was like, I don't really want to change. But then I heard them talk about the money and the cars and the diamonds. And I'm like, well, I could learn to like your stuff. I mean, today I'll never let anything touch my face except Mary Kay, because I love Mary Kay so much. But so she did not know that. So you don't know what that person is needing. And if you just share it, what comes from that is obviously my recruiter still makes commission on me 17 years later, right? She's still blessed with that because I fell in love with this business and work it every day, all the time, because it is my career. And, some things about recruiting that I've learned over the years about how to really share this is to make it fun. I'm a very high personality. So I like fun. I like excitement. I like laughing. If people are laughing at me, then I know I'm doing a good job. And so I do several things to kind of incorporate the marketing. And so the first thing I do is when before any party, I have a little flyer that I send to each guest, and it, about their skin type and if they tried Mary Kay. And then there's a last question that says, are you up for watching a quick video about what I do? And it's like an 18-minute video, and I need to make my own up, but I still use Leah Loughlin's. There's tons of nationals that have great ones. I do need to make my own. And they always say yes. And it's just to watch the video for a free swag bag. And the swag bag is nothing but a bag of samples. That's all it is. And so people will answer the questions and they're like, yes. So they're already going to know, they're going to watch stuff about marketing before I ever even get in front of them. Like, they're going to know lots of things, right, about Mary Kay. Then when I get in front of them, I'm going to do the marketing bag. So I'm just going to share those trinkets, right? And people pull the trinkets out, they hold them. I think too, with the opportunity is like, the more you have with the senses, the more people remember it. So like a trinket bag, and people hold a trinket, like someone holds the clapper and claps it the whole time. Somebody holds the car. Somebody, literally does all these trinkets. And Faith, I didn't read your question all the way, but I'll answer it when I can see what it said. And so the trinkets, they hold them. So they're not only hearing it, they're seeing it, and they're touching it. So there's 3 senses involved that so that person's never going to forget that they had a clapper at a Mary Kay party. Like, I was a girl that clapped it the whole time, like, they're never going to forget that. So that helps them really, learn so much more about the marketing plan. And y'all, people don't know anything about Mary Kay. That's what always amazes me about this marketing bag when we share it, is people don't know half the stuff that I talk about. They don't know about the cars in detail, that they pay 85% of the insurance and the car note, and they don't know any of that. They don't know we have a family security plan. I always show the nationals on the Applause magazine, and I talk about the family security plan because that's the number one thing that no one knows every time I get in front of people. So it's just sharing all these trinkets of every part of our business opportunity. And at the end, just asking them, hey, is there anything you learned new today that you didn't know before? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, great. Well, tell me a couple of things that were just like, wow, that's really amazing about a Mary Kay business. And then they will tell it. So then that might engage more questions. That might engage them just saying, whatever, but it is. I have always loved it. Y'all, there's candy marketing. There's Mrs. Cab. There's everything. And if you love something, literally rocket. I mean, Jenny, I wish I could go out to my car real fast and grab my marketing bag because you can see what I do. I was like, I can't believe
Run
it.
out there and do it. I don't care.
Okay, hold on.
Might be better to see it. I'm visual. I don't know about the rest of you, but I want to see this bag.
Yeah, I
I
never heard of it either.
was like, I'll wait 2 minutes while she gets her bag. Faith, she said she's done it both before and at the end before. So I did hear her say that. I think she probably just fills the group out, right? And I don't know, sometimes you're waiting on people. So she probably does it then, just, block time or whatever. I want to see this trinket bag. I'm right. I don't know about the rest of you. I'm going to get all these notes ready to go.
Hey, will you post that on the trinket bag of what she's got so we can copy it?
Well,
I'm driving.
yes. And it usually just, if you're new too, ladies, it usually takes about 24 hours for them to take this recording and put it to YouTube, just so you'll know. So usually by tomorrow afternoon, I'm posting it everywhere. Probably wherever you heard about it is where you'll see the recording.
Great.
Okay, I'm back. All right,
Hey.
So mine is just a little bit of like a hot mess right now, but this is it. I just took a miracle set bag, empty miracle set bag, and put all this stuff in it. Okay, so obviously I went to Party City, got some money, right? A ruler I put in for training. I talk about training when I talk about the ruler. The clapper is the most important thing, because when the person that grabs the clapper, I go, oh my gosh, Susie, you have an important job. Every time I talk about a trinket, you're going to clap it. And when you hear something great, clap. So she's clapping the whole time. So it's making it a little bit more engaging. And people are like laughing because the chick's like annoying people with the clapper. I do put in, if you don't have a little chair from the courts yet, and really, Mary Kate, I don't think you're giving these anymore because we didn't get them last year. So, but go get a ring, fake diamond ring from Party City for diamonds. A dice for the 90% buyback. I have a old star brochure. Y'all can still get these shrunk down and made and laminated. It'll be better because this one's falling apart, but talking about prizes. Put a picture of your family, your husband, why you do Mary Kay. That's a big part. The lay is for the traveling, for the trips we earn. I put a cross for obviously God first, family second, crew third. I put a slinky for flexibility. This is so ironic right now. My poor little pink Cadillac is actually broken and has been a baggie, and my actual pink Cadillac is broke right now too. So I put in a little, Cindy brought me this back from Germany. So I have an actual little pink Cadillac, which is cool. Put a car in there for the car program. And then you could put a Barbie doll for girlfriend time. Thumbtacks for the tax deduction. I've got to add that back to my bag. And then obviously I always keep it open to the page on the nationals when I talk about the family security plan. So it's just more, I'm a visual person. I'm a visual learner anyway. So I think that's what helps me too when I started doing the marketing bag. Because I did Mrs. Cab, but it was just kind of like tickets and talking, and I wasn't getting excited about it. And no one was asking me questions. And so it was kind of like, I don't know. And when I got introduced to marketing bag, I rocked it. And then literally taught everybody in my national area. I mean, like, it was just so great. So I do love, love, love the marketing bag, and then getting their feedback after I'm done. It's a fun way to do marketing. Even if it's one person, it doesn't matter. I like this morning I had a facial and I just pulled the trinkets out myself. And I just told her, I just did 6 of them, right? I did 6 of the most major ones. People joined and pulled those out. And so that's my marketing bag. I do have, when they come at a facial, if any of this stuff y'all want, she can show me where to post it all, and I can send all this. Okay. Even my flyers that I send that have the questions on it with, watch a video for a free swag bag. I have a blank one where you can add your picture to it. So I have all that for my team, so I can send all that. So this is my little close sheet. So I got this close sheet from, I think, Ari Hathaway's national area, because I have a consultant in Florida, so a long time ago, but it's real simple. If you love the profile card with Mary Kay, I do not. It's so long, and I just want something quick. So this is great. But at the end of this, there's 3 questions on it at the end that are just talking about specials, your second booking, and then there's a scale of 1 to 10. And that's going to be the interest level in joining Mary Kay. So at the very end, I'm asking them to circle that answer. So they are. And then when I do my close sheet, obviously I have my specials, and on the back side, I obviously go over the marketing. So, I mean, the starter kit options. Okay. So I always go over those. And then the one thing I always have with me too, when I do any kind of like appointments or whatever, is always going to have something to give them to take. So I just have the starter kit option sheet printed on pink paper and black and white because it's cheaper. And then my girlfriend's house or lasting impressions or all those little sites have those little cellophane bags. And I just do these. Okay. So this is great. And I used to put the steps to success brochure, but they stopped making them. So I'm like, well, great. So I need to find something else to add to it. Like that one sheet that says like the money, or I don't know, it was that one that I had it on there. So, but right now I just been given that because it has the starter options. And I know Jenny just texted me, but I don't know what she said. So that is how I do marketing. But I like that I get marketing in front of them before. I get it in the middle of the party. I'm asking them at the end. And if they're not quite ready, and y'all, I remember it was a training a long time ago, but when I learned that you have to dig deeper. Like my biggest thing when I get to the end of the appointment is when I say, okay, whenever someone circles a 6 or higher, and the 5 is scratched out on the 1 to 10, because I say that's chicken answer and you can't do 5. You can circle 1. I would never do this, or 10, sign me up, but 5 is chicken answer. So they can't circle 5. So if they're going to either be a 6 or higher, I'm going to be like, tell me, what impression you circle a 6. And then she's going to say flexibility, or, oh my gosh, all this. And I'm like, great. Well, what would hold you back? What do you think would hold you back from just signing up and trying it? And she's going to say her answer. And so sometimes it'll be like, well, I'm just so busy. Well, I don't just stop there and overcome the objection. What I do first is I say, okay, well, so if you weren't busy, what else would hold you back? And then she's like, well, I don't know anybody. I'm like, okay, so if you knew a lot of people, what else would hold you back? And then she's like, well, just the money. I'm like, if you had the money, what else will hold you back? Nothing. So you really know that the last answer she gives you is actually her answer. It's not the I'm busy. Everybody's busy, right? We all have the same 24 hours. Like you're all busy. Knowing people, we teach you how to meet people. Y'all, oh my gosh, I do so much with, I taught so many national areas, my Facebook stuff last year, that I literally felt on cloud 9 because I'm a high eye, and everybody, Tina France and Callie DeBlander Brigham, everybody wanted me to train their units. And I'm like, everybody was like, oh, it's like that. When you get to meet like Tina France and Kate, you meet this woman up close and you've always admired them from afar. And then you're like, you want me to teach your people? So, but I do like Facebook groups where I post. I literally got 30 bookings this week from my Facebook. So, I mean, it's like, y'all, I literally have that's another training. I could teach on that too. Like, I mean, I literally I do every kind of avenue of lead gathering. I mean, warm chatting. Facebook's been my biggest one because it's really simple and it just blows up. I mean, it's like one post, and I mean, I had like probably 75 people comment or something. It was like nuts. So, and I still have people on booking. So I'm trying to continue to book people. I do apartment complexes lately where I just walk into an apartment complex and just say, hey, I network with apartment complexes and I would love to offer a mimosa and makeover event. And I have one booked on the 30th with an apartment, and that's easy because I literally can just go to them, show up with some mimosas and do some makeovers on a Saturday or a Friday evening or whatever. And so there's just so many ways. So when people say they don't know anybody, we can teach you you don't even have to know anybody to do Mary Kay. Clearly, it's very simple. Does anybody have any questions about anything that I just went over before? Because I know people are saying stuff in the chat, and I'm like, and I can't ever.
They want you back for the Facebook training, but I just text you the Lunch and Learn group, so you'll have a visual where to find it, so you can post your things in there.
Okay, great, thank you. Okay, cool, love that. Okay, because I was like, okay, I was just looking at that. But it was just, I don't know. And then once you help people realize that this business can be so much more than what they're so overwhelmed. They're thinking it's going to be this, like, oh my gosh, it's so hard. I don't know if I could do it. And I'm like, well, do you know unless you try? No. I mean, nobody knows anything. It's not having a baby and it's not buying a car. It's no big deal. I think women get so emotional about the decision. It's like, you never know unless you try. If I would have never tried this, my life would never be the same. And I literally have so many friends now and so much confidence in everything this business gave me in my life. It's been unbelievable. And it just keeps getting better. Yes, this year wasn't I had the best year ever last year. We did over $500,000. I was runner up. It was amazing. And then this year, not so great, but that's okay because, you know, it's life. You have stuff happen. There's things that go on that, you know, you don't work as much. I mean, there's everything. So you hold yourself accountable and say, it's okay. You know, we've done some good things, but you just keep moving forward. But I definitely love sharing the business. And if you're not recruiting a lot and you're not getting recruits and keeping that going, that is the joy of when life gets frustrating and there's family issues and there's health issues in your parents and there's all kinds of stuff that I've dealt with in this last year. It's like your team still has customers that they've got to service, right? So they're going to continue to order. So those paychecks keep coming in and you never have to stress about income, and your customers keep reordering and so does your team. And that is the best part about Mary Kay is to teach other people how to become successful in this because they never stop. And that is a wonderful thing. That's why Mary Kay made this opportunity so rich for us, because there's so much money on the table that we can just literally have a buffet. But it's just like, you got to go to work to do it, you know, and don't ever not tell somebody about Mary Kay. I mean, if Kylie wouldn't have walked in, I don't know where I'd be today, you know, and I would never want to do anything else because I love Mary Kay so very much. It's an amazing opportunity. It's so much fun. You get big fat diamonds and it's awesome. And that's my runner-up ring. Like when you're runner-up to the queen, that little tiara ring is so stinking cute. I'm like, but I don't know. So other than that, I mean, do you want me to share anything else? What else would you like me to, if anything?
I loved all of it. I think everybody else did too. Now they're like, minds are blown up for.
Oh,
do you have do you already have something about the Facebook thing you said that you trained? Did you already record that somewhere or something that you can post on the Facebook group and that make your life easier?
Yeah, I'm gonna see. There's a ton of people that recorded me, and I think I recorded some too. So I will look for that. I know, because like I could probably ask Callie or Tina because I know they recorded it, but I think I recorded my own on one I did for somebody. So I'll check my Zoom recordings. But yeah, it's just, and it's easy. And I just go through the details of the Facebook group because you got to read the rules and all this stuff too. But it's amazing. Like, I mean, like I did a post a week and a half ago was when I did the post, and I literally had 30 bookings within not even the day was over.
Is it in your private group or is it just on your normal page?
It's private groups that I'm in.
Yeah. Yep.
I've joined all these like little local city groups. Like I'm in the Houston area. So I did like the Talk of Houston because I just joined a studio in Houston because my studio actually shut in the Clear Lake area. So I'm driving up there. And so I did a couple of Houston groups and posted in them. And man, it just is like, boom. I'm like, holy moly, I couldn't keep up with it. Sometimes you can't keep up with it. It's so much, but it's really awesome. And women are great. Really. I mean, it's fun. So
they really are. It's awesome. Well, oh my gosh, this was so much fun and I loved it. And I know the recording, it will be in there. Tiffany, when she has time, will post. So everyone, please, I know you're excited, but please have patience because I know sometimes people are like, Jen, I'm getting it. Just give me like 24 hours to get things in there. But it's in that Facebook group. Or if you saw this on a Voxer group or your director, or maybe you're a director, you saw it in your national area, wherever you saw the posting is probably where you'll find the recording too. But there is a group for that. And obviously the YouTube, with just my name, you can see it. But I did send that to Tiffany. So when she has time at her convenience, because it's June, friends, we all know that.
Right.
She can put that stuff in there.
Definitely.
And again, Tiffany, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your
I love you too. And I'm sorry I wasn't like freaking all on top of it with all my stuff organized.
It doesn't matter. Sometimes that's the best. I think the shooting from cuffs, that makes everything way better.
I'm so much better with improv. Like when I was at career conference last year, we were the number 3 unit and I had to speak. And let me tell you, I'm just like Cindy. Like I can't read from note card. I'm not good with that. It makes me more nervous. I need to just talk. And when I let go of those note cards at that conference, I've in the middle of it said, these note cards are killing me. and everybody started laughing, but everybody came up to me and said, you were so real. And that's what we needed to see. And I just always want to be that. I'm just passionate and I'm real and I'm not trying to like fake something because if I have to just like, this is so much easier too because I can be on point. I can get it real quick. I was like, oh great. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. Thank you.
I will be in trouble if they ever want me to do a speech or something because I'm like, yeah, forget it. I ain't reading off that prompter. Thanks. I can't do that. No, I can't do it. Sorry about it. You're gonna pick somebody else.
I
Oh
know,
my
'cause
gosh.
I told Cindy, and she's like, "You're just like me, Tiff." She's like, "We just are better with just talking because you just can roll when you're one of those people. That's just how you are. You just roll better with just talking instead of being too preparation was making me more nervous. Like I felt like I was gonna throw up trying to read those note cards, like trying to write all the note cards out. So, but
Yes,
it worked out.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Well, I hope you all hit all your dreams and goals in June. And if you know you're not gonna, here's the thing, we're just June is a powerful month because you're prepping for the new year. You're setting everything up, and we love you all. Thank you all for making this so successful and sharing and being part of this every Thursday. And I deeply appreciate all of you. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your Thursday.
Oh, thanks everyone. Y'all too. Thanks for having me.
Yes. Bye, ladies.
Bye.